Cthulhu, folks. I'm here today with a new collection update. So I'm here to show you my DVD collection from last time. So of course there is a couple of racks. And I'm going to explain my favourite episodes from each one of the Doctors, from William Hartnell up to Sebastian McCoy. Now we're going to start off with the Earthly Child, of course. So Earthly Child. This is my Doctor Who update 2017, by the way. If you didn't know. Dalek. By the way, the Earthly Child is great. Dalek is great because you get to see William Hartnell in action with the Daleks. Now, Age of Destruction, I've not seen. The Key of Marilus, I've not seen yet because I got that as my birthday present. Before the Disney, not seen. Planet of the Giants, I've not seen yet. Dalek's Invasion of Earth. There's a great final speech to Susan, was magnificent. The Gunfighters, I've seen, but I'm not a very big fan of the Gunfighters. 10th Planet. So we get the Power of Daleks, great. If you watched it before on Twitter, it's great. Even the animation before that. So we've got the Moonbase, great. It's a really good episode. Like some missing bits from animated bits. The Coronoids, great. You can see Zoe in action. Seas of Death, that's a great Ice Warrior story. It's Tomb of the Cybermen, it's okay. Not much. Enemy of the World, fantastic. You get to see Patrick Troughton perform as two characters. It's magnificent. And with Fear, I haven't really seen much. All the Mind Robber, but the War Games, really magnificent work done by the BBC there. Amateurs of Death, now on John Pertwee, of course. I haven't really seen it. Inferno, haven't really watched it basically, but I think they're good. I know that much. Mind of Evil, I think it's okay. That's the thing, because I haven't really watched these. I've got these today on my birthday, so I haven't really really got them. Cause of Axos, if you can see that, that's with Roger Delgado there. Colony in Space, my second favourite John Pertwee story, because you get to see the Master and John Pertwee. The break the Demons, it's an okay story if you can see that. Don't know if you can see Colony in Space there either. I will show you the three because they're nice. So now we're on the bottom shelf, so you get to see the Days of the Daleks, the Mutants. David Dalek I haven't seen. The Mutants I have seen. It's an okay story. Carnival of the Monsters, it's okay. Now this is my favourite John Pertwee story. It's the Three Doctors. Now I watched it recently and it's magnificent. You get to see Omega in his true form. I really like that. And you get to see John Pertwee work with Black Talent. But the William Hartnell who's replacing him, he died, so I don't really know what happens with that. Green Death, another great John Pertwee story. You get to see, his... Oh, and also he gets back his knowledge of time travel in the nuclear relaxation circuit and BMAC codes. Green Death's okay, because it's great actually. Time Warrior, it's really great. You can see Elizabeth Sladen at her work here. Raiding of the Dinosaurs, that's great as well. Death to the Daleks, okay. Then you've got Planet of the Spiders. Now, if there's any ones I'm missing, I need to get them in the future. But that's where I go. So Robots, that's great. Sontaran Experiment, once again, I have not seen it yet. Once I do, I will give you my review on it. Genesis of the Daleks, that's great, magnificent work. Terror of the Zygons, great. Planet of Evil, I have not seen yet, so I can't give my opinion on that one. Perils of Mars, it's an okay story. I like how Sutekh works. He's all powerful and stuff. The Androids Invasion, that's pretty okay. The Brain of Morbius, it's an okay story. You get to see the Time Lords at work again. Seeds of Doom, it's okay. The Master and Dagger is cool, but you get to see the secondary control room. That's really cool. And Hand of Fear, last Elizabeth Sladen's story in the classic Who, really great. Like I don't care what happens, but I like the story. If you do, put your comments down below. Deadly Assassin, magnificent once again. You get to see the Master in decrepit form, and he did not regenerate. He got decrepit by Susan. I believe it's in the comics somewhere. I have not read them, but I know they're in the comics. Face of Evil, you get to see the Leela the Savage. Brothers of Death, it explains the bigger on the inside, the quantum physics. That's really great on that one. The Tales of Wenqing Zhong, good. Now I'm going to crouch here a bit. Hold on, I'm going to have to crouch. Like if you can't see these covers, that's my fault. Horrors Fan You Rock, I've not seen it yet, of course. And the version time just I have, it's the first time you see K9. It's really magnificent work done by the writers. So we know on some makers I've not seen unfortunately, but I have seen The Invasion of Time and it's great. I love how the Time Lords and Followers of the Tyrants, I love them all. And you get to see the departure of K9 and Leela. So called All the Key to Time. You know my opinions on Key to Time if you've watched this series. I'm just going to tell you once again. I'm okay with this episode. I like how it starts. This one's okay. This one's great. This one's the great one. So the Stones of Blood. Of course, that's the pirate planet. And then the best one's got to be the Androids of Tarkin. If you can see the cover there. It's great. Power of Corral. I'm not a big fan of this episode. I think like they just wasted all their time and their budget. I don't know really what happened there. Amber's the Armadora factor. Great. Now, this is where I go a bit downhill on this. Because the Destiny of the Daleks, it explains one thing, but basically the regeneration between the Romana, but the rest of it's just a bit of a waste. Like Davros doesn't get to do much, and the Daleks don't get to do much either. City of Death, a magnificent locations in Paris. I love how, you know, it's all about the Mona Lisa and copies of her. Creatures of Death, my funniest Tom Baker story. Just because, right, I think it's like in part 3 or 4, where Tom Baker, like, you know, it's like a crit. Like the creature's not very good. It's like a big green kind of thing. But he falls down on his ass. It's really funny, so I kind of like that. Sorry. Nightmares of Eden. Okay, I haven't seen it yet, of course. Megaloss I have seen. It's an okay story, but I like this. I like the context. Full Circle, my favourite Tom Baker story. Yes, I love how Adric's involved, and I love how Romana is taking over. Romana 2. Status Decay, not my biggest fan of my Tom Bakers. And Warrior's Gate. I think Warrior's Gate is like something, I don't know what the creatures are, but I think it's just a big waste of time. The Keepers of Traken, magnificent written. I love how the Master gets his, you know, he gets his new body. And Tremus gets sacrificed for the Master. Legopolis, Tom Baker's regeneration, great. I can't say any more words about Tom Baker's regeneration. Castorova. Castorova's okay. You see the start and he's talking about his past regeneration, but then the rest, you know, he's stuck on an untouchable paradox loop. It's not really that creative and clever, so that's what I say about that. Force Doomsday, really good. You see Peter Davison in his work there, his first episode. Kinder, not a big fan of Kinder. Yeah, you can see Kinder there. There's not a big fan of Kinder, never have been. It's just weird. Now, The Visitations is my favourite Peter Davison story. I love how it's based on the Black Death. I love how, you know, the cell, or the creatures. I love how they're using, you know, brainwashing the human race of the Black Plague in that time. I love how the sonic screwdriver is destroyed. Just a great episode of Peter Davison. As a whole, it's just a great episode for him. So this is where we come down. Black Orchid, really funny. I love how Peter Davison's, you know, in it. And there's Mark. Earthshock, the reveal of the Cybermen once again. And the death of Adric, if you can't tell, that's why he's on the cover. They're alright in the beginning, and then they pick up with the fight against the Time Flight. Is it a time waster? No, it's not. It's okay. It's an okay story, but the problem I have with it, look at the DVD art, right? It looks like it's been done in, I don't know, you know, copy and pasted, or, you know, done something like like a 2D child would do. But look at it. It just looks like weird. It just, I don't know, it just looks weird. That's my opinion. Arc of Infinity is okay, but then apparently the crew didn't want Omega back, and Omega just looks really weird in Arc of Infinity. It just looks weird. And then the cover's okay, but I like how, you know, Pete Davison and Colin Baker's, you know, the guard gets along. Snake Dance, on the other hand, Snake Dance is really good. I like how the Mara's back involved a little bit more, and it's great to see the chemistry between the Doctor and Tegan Possessed. Midway Undead. Great. I love how the two Brigadiers are involved. I love how that's time. You get to meet Turlo and the Black Guardian secretary. Well, actually, the Black Guardian's not actually in this. I've had to rate this. He's literally just there to pick up the pieces, but he's not actually in the stories. But I love that story. I love how Nissa and Tegan get infected and they can't time travel anymore. Like, you know, time travel. Tremus, you get to see the end of Nissa. I'll just make sure I got the whole word there. It's okay. I like how there's a plague or something she's dying from. Enlightenment. It's okay to finish the trilogy, but I don't think the Black Guardian, the King's Demons, a great story. Peter Davison and Ami Ali. Great. I love how you see Chameleon. I love how he's using that to, and it explains how he gets off where he was before in Time Flight. He doesn't really explain. They don't really explain it much, but he gets off it. 5 Doctors, the second favourite, classic Who episode. It's really great, really magnificent. Tom Baker still regrets not being in this episode, but I feel like I don't know what clips it's from. You have to tell me in the comments, but I feel like it's not from Shada. If you can make sure, you can double check me on that. But I don't think it's on Shada, but that's my theory. But really great for Peter Davison to get along all his previous incarnations. What we got next? We got The Awakening. Now, The Awakening is okay. It's got like a faith creature, and they're trying to do like a thing trying to act like a play. But that's it. And here we go. This is where I go negative in this video. Frontios. Now, I don't really care what people think of this. I don't despise it. I hate this episode because of these guys, right? They look like slugs or something, right? And they just look terrible, right? I don't know what they were doing with the costume on that day. Peter Davis' acting is really great, but the slug creatures and the set design, they're taking over the TARDIS is a bit weird. And Turner looks like he's having a seizure or something. Resolution of the Daleks. Get to see Davros again, you get to see Peter Davison on his higher points. Magnificent writing, of course, and no fault from me on that one. I really like that one. Planet of Fire, great again. You get to see Amir Lee with Chameleon. And the first story with Perry, if you don't count the big finish. Or, I think it's audio or something. I don't really know. You have to tell me that in the comments as well. There you go, that's Planet of Fire. Now, everyone loves Caves of Anzani. I'm okay with it. It's alright to end Pete Davidson's run. And that cliffhanger, but that's it. Then you got Twin Dilemma, what people despise. But Twin Dilemma is okay in my book, because now everyone's going to make me critical here, right? I love how the Doctor strangles Perry. Now, I know everyone's going to be, oh, why is he saying this? Everyone despises that, but guess what? I just like it because it sets his Doctor off. Like, his Doctor's a bit cloody, from the poison and stuff. Like, his mind's going into arrest. Anyway, Attack of the Cybermen, you get to see Colin Baker a little bit more, finer, or in actual good harmony. I don't know, harmony, or like his mind's a bit more in stasis, his subconscious. But you get to see him more in the episode. Then you get Sonic Lance back, but yeah, it gets stored in Visitation, and it comes back here. And I love how he's rebuilt his telemization circuit. Brendan on Varos, my favourite Colin Baker story, just because of Perry's mutation and Sale's great performance. That's all I have to say about that one. Margaret Arani. Great once again. Love the Arani, love the Master, love the Doctor. I can't remember what the Arani's name is. But I know it's Amir Lee and Colin Baker. They do Force performance, and the Arani does as well. And then this is gold. The 2 Doctors, definitely another Colin Baker favourite of mine. You get to see Colin Baker and the second Doctor work together against Sontarans. And it's just magnificent. I know I keep using magnificent a lot, but these can't really... Sorry, my knee is hurting me. Right, I'll have to go this way because my knee's really hurting me. Sorry guys, my knee is hurting me too crap. Anyway, so we got Time Lash, it's okay. It's a bit waste of a story, but it's okay. Evolutions of the Daleks, okay, see Davros again, but like honestly, for a whole scene, Perry and the Doctor are just walking in the forest. It's a bit pointless, but I'm just saying. Mysterious Planet gets you Child of the Time Lord. This is one of the great parts, yes. And then Mind Warp, it's good as well. It's great actually, I really like those 2 parts. And then this shelf changed a bit. Now of course, we got Trials of Time Lord parts 8, I think it's 8 to 9, hold on a minute. Yeah, 9 to 12, sorry. And it's the Terror of the Veroids, that's great. The Ultimate Foe, magnificent, and there's flawless writing. Time Rani, the only reason I like it is because I don't know what creatures they are, but I really like the creatures and they can mobilise people with their tongues. It's really weird. And that's not dirty, by the way. I'm just saying because they're really designed magnificently. Now, the reason I bought this one, right, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's not because of the jigs, right? I just like the episode. I really do. It's really flawless. It really works well. And I did buy it because of the jigs, if you're going to ask. They just look good, don't they? Buster and the Bannerman, the weirdest Doctor Who story to date. I'm telling you now, it's like... She's on the run, basically the one in white. Right, I haven't watched it in a while. And then they're trying to find him, and then she's having an embryo. Right, a child. And then they use that. It's very complicated. Dragonfire, brilliant. Nice to see the introduction of Ace. And the Dragonfire being inside. Now, Resolution of the Remembrance of the Daleks. Sorry, I didn't say that right. Remembrance of the Daleks is magnificent. Me and my brother Mitchell watched it yesterday. Yep. and it was flawless. I saw his reaction, it was great. I don't think I got that on video, but it was great. Like, the flying Daleks explained so much to him, but this is my favourite Sylvester McCoy. Happiness Patrol, it's okay on a good day, but don't watch it if you're bored. That's all I gotta say about that. The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, magnificent. I love how you see a werewolf, and Ace is like scared of circuses. Ghostlight is where you see Ace's trauma, and go back to the house where she Avanti'd. And Avanti means, if you don't know, by the way, Avanti means going forward. It's Italian. So, Battlefield is where you get to see the Brigadier for the final time in Classic Who against the apparently Merlin, and they go against Curse of Fenric. This is the second one. Curse of Fenric is magnificently written, flawless writing. I can't really fault that. Survival, it's okay. TV movie, it's okay as well. Now, Stream of the Shulker, I have not watched it, but it looks magnificent. I've looked at the cover and it looks great. Then I got K9 Company, Girl's Best Friend. It's in it, it's okay. And I got the Lost in Time box set. This is gonna fall. Okay. And then of course we have my new Who on the shelf. Yes, you're wondering where is Series 5 and Series 6 gone from last year. They went, or somewhere they went, on an espionage. I think they're on my shelf. I was trying to do a custom Series 10 at the time. And I got some Big Finish while I'm here. I'll put these in the end of the video. Dark Eyes. I've only watched one, and that is magnificent. Like, literally, I can't fault it. I love the heartbreaking, backstory of Polly, or Molly. I think it's Molly. Yeah, Molly. Great. I really love that. It's really magnificent. And I was watching before I went out, because it's my birthday today. So if you want to put happy birthday in the comments, you can as well. I watched a bit of John Hurt. So I know it's not the first one, but I watched the second one. And it's all about demons and resurrection. Now, if I'm wrong here, right, the Time Lords used the Resurrection Law to bring back, the Time Lords warriors who were fighting the Time War. But then they're saying, like, they bring back, like, the Hornites. I don't really know how to say that, but both powerful creatures. But put your theories down in the comments below, because if you watched The Big Finish, John Hurt, don't put any spoilers down in the comments. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe. And before this video ends, because it's my birthday, let's see, 175 likes, please. And please subscribe. And goodbye, folks.